Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of Vizsla from the Clone Wars. I've been wanting an action figure of Vizsla for a pretty long time, so I am happy that Hasbro's made this. But when I took it out of the packaging, there's something that kind of threw me off for a little bit, and that's when I had to do a little bit of research and realize that what's throwing me off is the fact that Hasbro has kind of moved away from this body when it comes to Mandalorian figures, and now we're back with this. This is the same kind of body type they'd used for the Mandalorian Loyalist, the Super Commando, which at the time I liked. But just for comparison, here's the Fleet Commander figure, and you can see just like how blocky the old body looks compared to this newer one. How just like this one feels more like an actual body with shoulders and a torso, and this just feels like a shape that, you know, happens to have some just wrinkles underneath, whereas this actually feels like fabric and a body, and not necessarily that slimmer is better, but it just feels more organic, and this feels more like a hunk of a thing. It feels like, well, like a toy, which is fine, I guess. Again, at the time, I like this body type, but Hasbro has shown that they can do better. Having said that, the paint on this is pretty good. The design on his chest looks great. The color scheme that they've gone with looks really, really good. I like the silver and then the darker metals, and the metallic look of it all looks really, really good. I think the holster, like leg plates, look cool. Yeah, everything as far as like the legs, the shins, the knees, look great. And the basic wrinkling of the fabric in certain parts, like the legs, look pretty good. The wrinkling at the top of his chest and neck is a little more basic. Now, I do want to point out something that I thought was a mistake, where there's this gap here, seemingly, that closes up as you get to the back. In the Clone Wars, his tunic does kind of come to a stop, and then there's like fabric underneath. This look is accurate to how he looks in the show, except for the top section is more flush with the fabric underneath. And I wish this figure was also flush instead of looking like there's a big gap there. The head doesn't have, you know, like obviously an exact likeness, because we're taking a stylized Clone Wars character and making it a little more realistic looking to match the Black Series. But I think the paint on the face scruff, the expression on the head and eyes, the lips, it certainly does capture Vizsla's demeanor. So props to Hasbro for that. I think the helmet accessory is pretty cool. It feels real sturdy. It's not soft and rubbery and squishy. Paint on it's really, really good. The jetpack also is a more unique jetpack. Looks great. The red paint elements look good. The separation between like gray and silver. You have the rotating little jets there. And then the top rocket does pop out. It comes with a little grip on the side there, a little holster for the Darksaber hilt. The Darksaber itself looks good. I mean, it's pretty simple, but they did a good job with the sculpt. Let me just go widen out a bit for the effect of the black with the little white going around the blade. And that does pull out. In fact, let's go ahead and just attach it to the jetpack just so we can kind of see. I think it goes, yeah, that away, with the lower part of the hilt top resting on the little hook right there. And lastly, we have these two little blasters that fit in the hands or in the holster. And that goes on pretty snug. There is not a lot of wiggle room for that helmet. Here he is with the jetpack on and the Darksaber holstered. I am happy to report that putting the jetpack on was really easy, no problems there. I do wish Hasbro was more in the business of including alternate hands. They've shown, like with the modal nodes, that they can include alternate hands. It would be nice if this figure could grip the lightsaber without his index trigger finger sticking out. I also do wish that the ankle joints didn't meet the top of the shin guard. He can only go so far going forward. It'd be nice if he can lean a little more forward to help him stand more, because otherwise, with the other joints, he tends to want to lean back a bit, and if I could lean him forward at the start, at the ankles, it would really help a lot. Other than that, though, I'm pretty happy with this figure. If I have any other nitpicks, it's the more that I look at it, the more I see the bodysuit, like the jumpsuit. This is going to sound kind of weird. It just reads so plasticky. Like, I know it's a toy, but Hasbro has really gotten away from plastic reading like plastic and feeling more like fabric, and this there's some lack of detail to it. It reads like plastic, and everything else reads like metal. So it's a weird contrast to nitpick. But other than that, though, I mean, this looks pretty cool. Like, I've nitpicked a few issues, but the Mandalorian armor still looks cool. The paint is really well done. The accessories are plentiful. The overall look and presence on the shelf, super cool. I dig it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure. If you have your own notes and nitpicks, and if you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.